Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel. My name is Christian. Now, some of you may recognize me from Roadrunners TV at MSU Denver. Some of you guys may have seen me interviewed on the news by either CBS or Telemundo. Some of you guys may know me from my old podcast that I used to do called 90 and 60 Plus. But I imagine most of you guys watching are just friends and family. So I want to give you guys a warm welcome to my YouTube channel, which has been around for a little bit, but I am rebranding and relaunching it under the banner of Commentating Christian. So for those of you that know me know that I'm an absolute soccer or football nerd. I love the game with all my heart. I grew up playing it. It's in my culture, it's in my family, it's in my blood in many senses. Unfortunately, I was never any good enough to make it pro in the sport, and I think that's even putting it lightly there. For those of you that have seen me play know that I am not very good at all, but I never let that stop me from trying to pursue a career in the sport in other avenues, so hence where we are today. Long story short, I moved to Denver in 2020 to pursue a higher education at MSU Denver. I graduated back in December of 2023 with a Bachelor's of Science in Media Production and a minor in Sports Media. Now, during my time with MSU Denver, I worked very closely with the athletics department to help broadcast our sporting events, and sports ranged anywhere from softball, baseball, basketball, volleyball, and of course my beloved sport, soccer. Now, I would say the time that I spent with the athletics department at MSU Denver was definitely my biggest takeaway from my entire college experience. Take nothing away from the great educators that were there. I just think that nothing compares to real life hands-on experience when it comes to the field that you want to pursue. So major shout out to Eric Lansing, who in a lot of ways was my mentor throughout most of this, throughout my 3 seasons that I worked there. Eric, you helped reignite my passion for not only media, but also the sport of soccer. And I owe everything to that school, to those people that helped me along the way. So this is my little chance to say thank you for those that have given back to people like me. But yeah, during my time at MSU Denver, I did everything under the sun when it comes to a broadcast, whether it was working a camera, working instant replay, scoreboard, technical directing, live announcing. I put together pre and postseason packages, playoff packages, pre and post game interviews. I did everything under the sun, but my absolute favorite was play-by-play commentary, which I loved, especially when it came to the sport that I am so passionate about, soccer. So over the course of these 3 seasons, I put together a very impressive demo reel, which I thought, would have jobs lined up for me right after the minute I graduate, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Now, as many of you guys know that are recent graduates, it is a tough job market out there. I've probably applied to over 100 different jobs relating to my field and my industry. Have only really ever heard back from a few, have only really interviewed for a handful. Yeah, it's a tough job market out there, but I was thankful enough to have a steady job, not only during college, but also post-college, and that helped me out so much financially. In a lot of ways, that job was there for me when my degree wasn't. So, I was never struggling in a sense, but I was always very thankful, and I guess one can say that I grew pretty comfortable. So yeah, I saw the checks coming from my job, and I thought to myself, okay, maybe one day someone will call you back for a job. But it's been 2 years since I graduated now, so I had to give myself a tough reality check. I had to look myself in the mirror and tell myself, no one is going to call you back. The only opportunities that you're going to take are those that you make for yourself. So here I am. So here I am taking this leap of faith, if you would, where I am going to double down on content creation. Why? Because just talking about the sport makes me so happy. I've waited so long to be a part of this conversation, so I thought, I'm tired of waiting. I'm just going to cut the line, grab the conversation by the horns, hence the Commentating Christian YouTube channel. Now, what can you guys expect from this channel? Again, I'm going to take the conversation by the horns and really dive into longer form content here on YouTube. I'm thinking anywhere between 10, 15, maybe max 20 minutes worth of a video of content that I want to talk about. And then eventually I'll trim it down into a video or two, and shorter form content where I can post it on either Instagram or TikTok. But as far as what type of content you guys can expect, I have so many ideas. They go far beyond the regular, weekend or match day recaps. I want to really dive into the tactical aspect of the game that I love so much. I want to really analyze team and individual performances. I want to talk about current and controversial topics as well. I want to analyze squad depth. I want to give in-depth player analysis. I want to predict upcoming competitions. Honestly, there's just so much that I would just say, guys, stay tuned and you guys will not be disappointed. Like I said, my goal for YouTube is to put out longer, more conversational content here on YouTube, where you can put it on in the background while you get ready for your day, on your commute to and from work, while you're working out, or even if it's just to fall asleep to at the end of a long day, because honestly, that's how I consume a lot of the YouTube content that I watch. I think over the past years, I've been inspired by so many different creators on this platform. I'm thinking about the likes of Zach Jalab, Dookie Critchley, who are both famously known for their time at Football Daily in the UK, and they've since gone on to make tremendous individual YouTube channels. I'm talking about Adrian from Rabona TV. I'm sure some of you guys have seen him on Bleacher Report. I'm talking about Paula, Firms, and Millie from Box to Box, which if anyone watching is not familiar with any of these content creators, please go check them out. They're absolutely the best on this platform as far as what they do. To me, they're an inspiration, and I aspire to have a platform similar to theirs one day. So that is it, you guys. This was kind of more so of an introduction video to my YouTube channel. I'm going to start pumping out content as soon as possible. Again, look out for those real in-depth tactical analysis videos about certain competitions, certain players, certain teams, the whole 9 yards. But before I leave, I do want to leave you guys with this. If you're passionate about something, whether it be sports, art, cooking, health, anything, and you've thought about trying your hand in content creation, but you're kind of second guessing yourself, just do it. Do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever you're passionate about. Just chase your dreams. That's the best advice I can give you guys. I hope to see you in the next video. God bless.